Planning a trip to Cozumel? Looking for a beach club to visit during your upcoming trip? If you're watching this video, the answer to both of these questions is probably yes. Hi, my name is Danny and welcome to my travel channel. In this video, I will review Buccanos, which is one of the many beach clubs in Cozumel. When I was planning our trip to Cozumel, I stumbled across the Buccanos Beach Club, but there was very little information and reviews out there about it. So I decided to make this video. I filmed a complete walkthrough of the resort, which you are seeing now on your screen. And while you enjoy the walkthrough, I will give you a brief review of my wife and I's experience here. Buccanos is a beautiful beach club located in northern Cozumel. It's important to note that the northern part of the island is notorious for having clear but choppier waters than the southern portion of the island when windy. During gusty days, the water may be too rough to enter. However, the staff at Buccanos will alert you of this prior to entry so you know exactly what you're paying for and have that peace of mind. When my wife and I visited, the winds were around 15 miles per hour and the waters were still relatively calm. We had no issues snorkeling or swimming and spent a lot of time out in the water during our visit. So, how do you get here? Well, that depends on where you're coming from. My wife and I were on a cruise and ported at the International Cruise Port. From here, we took a 15-minute cab ride to Buccanos. If you have never been to the International Cruise Port before, the taxi prices are predetermined by destination and vehicle type and not by how many passengers are traveling. With that said, you'll know exactly what you're going to pay prior to getting in the taxi, which is always preferred. The price we paid for 2 passengers in a sedan was a total of $20. Most beach clubs in Cozumel open at 8 a.m., but Buccanos has a later start of 10 a.m. and does not take reservations. It's first come, first serve. However, if you plan on booking a service at the spa, you can schedule it before the beach club actually opens for early entry. We scheduled the couples massage at 9:30 a.m., which was the earliest we could do. The benefit of doing this, besides getting early entry, is that the resort will reserve loungers for you based on your preference. So once your spa treatment is finished, your reserved loungers will be waiting for you. This was a really nice touch as we picked 2 loungers right in front of the beach and we were escorted to them immediately following our massage. I'll share more about the spa later. So Buccanos is not an all-inclusive resort, and to be frank, the resort has an odd payment structure. This isn't to say that it is bad or expensive, it's just, well, different. To enter the resort, each guest will pay a $20 entry fee. However, this fee will be given back to you as a credit if you purchase any food or drinks at the resort. Given most people will do this, the entry fee really isn't a cost. Now, a lot of people enjoy going to beach clubs because they're typically all-inclusive, and I get it. It's nice to not have to worry about paying for anything and just sit back, relax, and enjoy your visit. However, the quality of both food and drinks at these all-inclusive resorts is not the greatest. It's not to say that all-inclusive resorts are terrible, because they're not. But in my experience, the food and beverages are just average. Whereas Buccanos prides itself on the quality of both its food and drinks. So, will Buccanos cost you more than other beach clubs? Well, it's hard to say. It really just depends on how much you plan on eating and drinking, and if cost is important to you, I highly recommend visiting Buccanos' website and reviewing their menus, which includes prices for all their items in pesos. So on to my favorite part of the review, the food. Buccanos has a large and diverse menu which includes appetizers, entrees, and desserts spanning across both breakfast and lunch. The quality of the food we ordered was fantastic. We ordered an appetizer which was the traditional guacamole, and it was authentic and savory. For our entrees, my wife ordered the crispy chicken sandwich, which was very moist and tender and came with a nice buffalo sauce. I ordered the surf and turf burrito, which came loaded with both steak and shrimp and also came with a side of fries. The meal also included a tasty chipotle sauce for dipping, which was phenomenal. The portion size was very large, and I ended up only eating half of it. The food was definitely the best food I've had on the island, especially compared to the other beach clubs we visited in the past. Moving on to the beach. Buccanos has a very small but incredible beach. I can't emphasize enough how clean the beach really is. Sargassum is a real problem in the Caribbean right now. It washes up on the shore in droves, which makes the beaches look and smell terrible. Fortunately, I did not see or smell any during our visit. Buccanos has a very large dock where you can take in the views from and make an exhilarating jump into the water. The water here is crystal clear. It's the best part of the beach. I've been to other resorts in Cozumel and the water is just not as clear as it is at Buccanos. Because the water is so clear and pretty here, the snorkeling is incredible and free if you have your own equipment. They do offer a snorkeling excursion, which includes all gear and a guide that will take you out on a snorkeling tour. I opted to snorkel by myself and had an absolute blast. I saw a ton of different fish and coral thanks to the extremely clear water. As I mentioned earlier, my wife and I booked a couples massage at Buccanos Spa, which is called Lalique. We really enjoyed our time here. However, it would be disingenuous of me if I didn't say how surprised I was about the size of Lalique. It is very small. The spa is essentially a hut in the back of the resort containing 2 massage beds. The hut is very clean and private, especially when the sheet-like curtains are pulled down. The massage therapists we had were great. I get deep tissue massages all of the time, and the ones we experienced at Buccanos did not disappoint. As far as cost goes, each massage was approximately $120, not including tip. This is kind of pricey, especially given this is in Mexico. However, it wasn't outrageously expensive, it was just more than I expected. To book a massage, it's best to DM Lalique either on their Facebook or Instagram page. I messaged them prior to my trip and was able to make a reservation and a 50% deposit. This is when I also communicated which loungers I wanted to reserve during my stay. If you really want to relax and enjoy the beach club, I highly recommend booking a massage. It was a fantastic way to start our day. I really enjoyed our stay at this resort, especially compared to my previous experience at a different beach club. If you're visiting Cozumel, I highly recommend considering Buccanos. The resort is clean, the food, beverages, and service are fantastic, and the beach is absolutely stunning. Alright, that's the end of the resort walkthrough and review. I hope this video helps you plan your next vacation. If it did, please do me a favor and like and subscribe the video. I plan on releasing more travel videos in the future, and I hope that you're back soon. Thanks.